doing? I'm Shanahan from EveryMovieHasALesson.com and Examiner.com. I just got out of Free State of Jones with Matthew McConaughey, and Reconnaissance is on. The man is shooting for another Oscar, and he's picking a historical piece to do it with a great Civil War and post-Civil War reconstruction story of a Southerner who's trying to get equal rights for all his citizens in a simple way that I feel is comprehensive in a historical way of showing a lot of time, but for me isn't cloying, isn't too exploitive. But I think it's one of those things where to feel better about it, you need to know more about it after the movie. This is a kind of movie that begs you to go home and learn a little bit more. And I think if a movie can do that as a gateway, it's a good thing. McConaughey gives a great performance. The movie has boiling moments of violence and difficult drama, but there's a soothing, well, soothing's a tough word, but there's a gentle side to its plight and its challenge that keep it from being this fake, swelling Hollywood thing where it's black hats versus white hats and a big ending, and it coasts the way history coasts, where it's difficult with peaks and valleys. And I think the film, if you can kind of check out, can work. I think the knock that a lot of people have said about this movie so far is that it speechifies too much. It does, but I don't think it's too much. I think without a speech you don't have a cause, and I think this is a movie that's fit to have its own little cause and to do its own thing, and McConaughey is a pretty darn good lead to do it. That's my take.
Hi, I'm Father Dennis Kriz from Father Dennis at the Movies. Just saw this Michael McConaughey picture, the Free State of Jones. I liked it. I thought it was excellent. I think it talks about aspects of our history that are often not presented. I really thought that the acting was quite good. The circumstances were quite interesting. It took place in basically rural Mississippi, the whole story, and I thought that was quite good. All of the people, both the good people and the bad people or whatever, they were all locals, or they were presented as locals from this part of the area, and it just reminds us of conflict of how it is, that it's not just about generals, not just about big important people, but really above all about the smaller folks and the decisions that the smaller folks do make. And I thought that was very well done. Also, I'm certainly going home and checking Wikipedia and Amazon and so forth to read up on this because it is something that is, I think, very interesting, and I'd really like to know how much of this was actual and how much of it was Hollywood, but my sense is it's probably very true. So I do give it a thumbs up and certainly would encourage people to see it.
Eman here from Eman's Movie Reviews. Just got done watching Free State Jones with Matthew McConaughey. I gotta say I'm a little conflicted. There are some positives in this. It was definitely very graphic, which gives you a real sense of the reality of war. Given the fact that it was a historical perspective and rendition of a piece of history, there were some challenging things in there that I think that for people that have a certain public memory of certain events in history, like the Civil War, there are a couple things in there that are going to challenge that, and it's going to force you to go look some stuff up, just like I will, because even though I took some courses in African American history and Civil War and during that time period, there's some things I didn't know about, and I gotta go fact check. And I think that's a positive for this movie. Maybe a negative. I don't know if if it falls victim to the white hero complex. I don't know if Matthew McConaughey's character is just elevated up a little bit high to just push that Hollywood spin, but I don't know, and I think that's an interesting aspect of this movie because it's going to make me want to go research, and I think you'll want to as well. Whether this is theater worthy, I can't say that it is. If you're a history buff, yeah, you'll probably definitely want to see this, but at the end of the day, it's probably something you want to watch in the comfort of your own home. I think that's all I got for you.